You can't ever leave Luther Troll, dude.
Can
Live from the studio, I'm Jimmy Selesky.
I'm Eric Glazer.
And if you're just tuning in, we were going over some of our great worldwide Cypher times back in the day. We're thinking about starting it back up. So Brandon Gilmore, if you're listening to this.
Brandon Gilmore, Terrence Smalls,
Dude, classic.
Scott
Adrian.
Albrecht.
I know you're listening to this,
Matt.
Scott. The beef is not squashed, bro. It's back. We set our beef aside for that podcast 2 weeks ago. But we're back.
Jimmy
dude.
just brought the beef off ice.
I did.
Fresh, never frozen, baby.
Oh, man. Ah, shit. I got, you noticed all my timepieces. I literally, in one day, completely coincidentally, I went on Amazon Prime because I have my third free trial of the year right now.
There you go.
And I got a calendar, a watch, and a kitchen timer. And they were probably like, dude, this guy really loves time.
This guy's efficient.
This guy is either the least punctual or the most punctual person ever, dude.
I also noticed that you got kind of like a smaller calendar.
Yeah, well, I didn't. That's the same reason you asked what size the lights were. I was like, dude, I don't know because I can never tell on Amazon. Like, I thought this was going to be much bigger than it is.
Yeah.
You would be astonished at how difficult it is to find a desk calendar that flips rings. Like it is February. It is early February, and it's not because I haven't been trying.
Mm-hmm.
I've been looking for the first month of 2021 to find a calendar.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Actually, last year, I think I told you about how I had the calendar when I went to Staples, and it just didn't have December in it.
Yeah.
And that was like, that was at the beginning of the year, and I was like, 2020 is going to be fucked up. And then it was.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay.
Wow, a whole month missing. I wonder what that could signify.
Yeah. I wonder what's going to happen at the end of this year.
Jeez. Yeah. Yeah, man. Fucking a timer and a new watch. What kind of watch is that?
This is a Citizen, not Echo Drive.
Okay.
I decided, because before I had my my other watch that my ex got me, which was like a really nice watch. And it was my first ever watch, so I didn't really appreciate how nice it was.
Yeah.
I just thought all watches were that dope. I was just, because that one you could literally like, it would radio in to a tower in Denver every night at 3 a.m. to
What
get
the
the
fuck?
exact like atomic time.
How?
I don't know. It had like a fucking microchip
Had a
in it.
satellite in it?
I don't fucking. Every night a fucking giant satellite dish would just pop out of the face and just fucking point towards Colorado.
Yeah, did you have to plug it in or anything? Or?
No, dude, it was charged by the sun. That's what Echo
Okay,
Drive
quartz.
is. Yeah, it was quartz. It was charged by the sun, and it would radio into a tower, and then it would set the time to perfect, and then it would even compensate for, like, if you were in a different time zone, it would set it to that time. So if I went to
Instantly.
LA,
Wow.
boom, it would do it for you.
Whoa.
And then it would also do daylight savings time, and it would know based off where you are. So if I was, like, in Mexico, where it's, like, same time zone, but they don't acknowledge daylight savings time,
yeah.
it would know.
Weird.
It was crazy. And then that got kind of fucked up because I wore it every day like it was a cheap watch. And then I was like, I really kind of want to watch because I do like being able to check the time, and plus my phone battery lasts for like 3 hours. So if I keep checking the time on my phone, it's just gone. But this one, I was spoiled because this one, I wanted one with the date, but that one had like a perpetual calendar, so it would know that it was a leap year. And it would know what month it was. So if it was like June 30th, it would just go to the 1st. It wouldn't go to 31. It would skip it. If it was February 28th on a leap year, it would go to the 29th. If it wasn't a leap year, it would go to March 1st. It knew everything, dude. This one, I was like...
It didn't look like it was like... Because it didn't have like a digital anything on it. It was all...
It was all on the inside, dude.
That's so weird.
It was analog acting, but it was digital. And this one, I was like, well, how do I set it for leap years and stuff? And I spent like an hour Googling until I realized, oh, wait, every month I have to fucking set the date. I was like, wait, I thought you were supposed to tell me what day it is. I got to tell my watch what fucking day it is?
Oh, interesting.
That's apparently how most watches work, dude. Unbeknownst to me. But now I have one. I got one with a leather strap because I figured. My brother was like, you're a leather strap guy? And I was like, dude, I fucking ding into everything. My walk is like this, dude. I fucking hit everything, bro. Like
I walk doing the breaststroke.
I butterfly through life, dude. I need the fucking leather strap. So that's that. Now I got all my timepieces in order. And I've been using the fuck out of the Amazon Prime subscription.
Hell yeah. You watching anything on there?
Does that also include for like watching
Yeah,
stuff?
Prime Video, I think.
No, I've just been buying stuff. I spent like $500 on Amazon Prime in my free trial. They're like, all right, dude, Jesus,
Yeah, hold on.
it's fucking $3.99
Why
a
don't you
month.
watch fucking Sherlock real quick or some shit?
I didn't know that. I'll have to sign in.
There's some good stuff on there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple quality movies. I think Knives Out is on there if you haven't seen it.
Knives Out. What's that?
It's like a mystery movie. Like this mystery book writer. He has like a huge family. He's really old, kind of on his way out, and then he gets killed. Like in the middle of this like family reunion or his birthday. I forget what was going on.
Nice.
And then like the whole movie is like them trying to figure out what's going on, with a couple twists and plays on that genre.
See, I will watch it if you say it's good, but
It's
I've never
good.
been a
It has like
big-
an all-star cast too.
Okay, cool.
Like fucking, I think Chris Evans is in it, and
I like Chris Evans.
fucking James Bond is in it.
The Daniel Craig.
Yeah,
Nice.
and then I don't know, a couple other people.
I've actually just been watching a lot of. I have my mom's Netflix. I have some dude named Gary's Hulu on my TV. I don't know who Gary is. I don't know how I got Gary's Hulu,
Hell yeah!
but I have
Shout
it.
out Gary.
Shout out Gary. But I've been watching a lot of Family Guy on that, dude. Talk about just a show you can just pop on and do whatever to.
Old eps or like new ones? or-
I think I'm on like season 10. I haven't watching it straight through. I've just been like, I just popped on season because I see they have like 20 something seasons. I was like, I'm gonna go to like season 10 because I
Yeah.
feel like they were in their stride there.
That's what I like doing for The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Where it's like the teen years, or like the like season 9, 10, 11 around there is when they like hit a stride and they're like, okay, this is good.
Yeah.
I can watch like any of these episodes.
Yeah, and then I feel like it sucks because I accidentally clicked season 20 on it, and like within the first 3 minutes of the episode, I was like, I can just tell this is not the same.
Yeah.
It was just like way different.
Well, it's just like it's almost become like a parody of itself now. Where like they go to extreme with everything.
Well, that's what happens to all those shows. I
Yeah.
never really watched The Simpsons, but I imagine that's what happened.
Yeah, that's definitely what happened with The Simpsons.
But the news of the week, as I understand it, is and this I think forced everyone across the nation to look up what shorting a stock is.
Yeah, all the Wall Street stuff.
Yeah, the Wall Street bets thing. Every 8 months, I have to relearn everything I know about finance. Not
Oh,
because
for
I
sure.
ever do anything with finances, but just because something happens and I'm like, well, I got to know for some reason. I got to know. And then I look it up, and it's like, it's incredibly, like, it seems complicated, but apparently, I guess, I was looking into it, and I guess what they did was illegal, but I don't think so. I mean, it might be.
I don't really think so.
Yeah. The whole situation was fucked up. Like the whole thing about them like just like with Robinhood and just stopping the trades and shit like that. It was
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I mean, it definitely from like the outside perspective, and I've been trying to like follow it too, and I tried to like I rode the wave a little bit off of Dogecoin,
Dogecoin.
Dogecoin,
Dogecoin.
Dogecoin.
Mm-hmm.
I made like $100 off of it.
Oh, you actually
Yeah.
rode the
I
wave.
actually rode the wave, dude.
You made money off Dogecoin.
I made
this
money
week.
off Dogecoin.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
son.
It was pretty cool. I
That's
still have
fucking
like
sweet.
money. So what I did was like, I just put like $50 on it, and then like when people started talking about it a little bit, because I was like, oh fuck, I definitely missed the train on the GameStop shit.
Yeah,
Like that's obviously over.
it's over.
But then I was like, ooh, what are the rumblings? A little doggy coin.
Yeah,
Let me put
Elon Musk.
$50 in there, and then like Twitter trended it or whatever. It like instantly shot up. Like I bought it at like 2 cents, and it was like on its way to like 7-8 cents.
Nice. That's valuable.
That's valuable, dude. It was like instantly. I don't know, like $200 from a
See-
$50 investment. So then I just took $50 out.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'm gonna get my money back that I put in, and then I just had the rest of it still there.
See, that is, I thought the same thing. Like, as soon as I heard when everybody was making all this money off GameStop, there's always that initial thing where you're like,
You're like, God damn it.
yeah,
I'm
because
not gonna miss this get rich quick scheme.
my theory has
Keep
always
missing
been,
all of them.
my theory has always been once I hear about it, this ship has sailed. Because I'm not on fucking Reddit, dude. I'm not on these fucking underground forums. It's not even an underground forum.
Yeah.
It's just like a
Well,
forum.
I saw it when it got to $50 a share, and I was like, I already missed it because
Yeah.
it went up from like $10.
Yeah.
It like started out at $10. Apparently, the whole situation for anyone who wasn't following it was for like the last like half a year to a year, this like hedge fund who owns a bunch of GameStop stock,
I think a bunch of hedge funds.
a bunch of hedge funds, but
Yeah.
like everyone was kind of just like artificially driving down the stock price and then putting shorts on it.
Mm-hmm.
So then it would basically just be like a fucking money machine.
Yeah. And they said shorts, which immediately like triggered in my mind. I was like, what does that mean? And so I looked into
I know,
it.
and I've watched like The Big Short like 2 times.
Yeah,
And I'm like, don't really even know.
See, the housing market makes sense to me because with that situation, they just took a bunch of mortgages that they knew, like they would just give a mortgage to anybody. Because I remember my mom was a mortgage underwriter back in, and she still is, and she was back then as well. And I remember in '08 when the housing market crashed and she got laid off and was unemployed for like a year and a half. But before that, she was telling me like, yeah, we would take loans and we weren't even allowed to ask like what your income was or like if you had a job or like we literally like you couldn't, it didn't matter. You could get a
Yeah.
loan for anything. And they made money off of basically just giving people these big ass loans for any amount of money because there was no, prerequisites. And then taking those loans and selling the loans to somebody else and be like, hey, this guy and that guy all owe you like $400,000. So give us X amount of dollars. You take the mortgage. And then those loans never wound up going through. So everybody was playing hot potato.
Yeah.
And it was like a big gambling game on who's going to be caught with it when all this shit defaults, So I kind of understood that. But with the GameStop situation,
I mean, that's kind of how this situation was too, though. Where
Yeah.
It's like these big companies were like taking the stock price down, taking it down. And then people like slowly started to notice it. And then more people were getting those stocks that they're like selling for
they're borrowing them.
low amount of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not I still don't really technically know what shorting is, but it's like
So based off of
we
what
both don't know.
we know, dude. If you guys are listening to Finance Cast, I'm the fucking Wolf of York Road, baby. Listen to me. Listen to me. Basically, the GameStop is a business that is slowly going down on its own. It's not. I don't think that the stocks were being artificially manipulated downward. What shorting is you have a stock, right? Let's say the stock is worth $10, or let's say a stock's worth $100. I like bigger numbers. Stock's worth $100, right? I come to you and I say, yo, let me borrow that stock. Not sell it to me. Just let me borrow it. And then I sell that stock for $100.
Yeah.
I get that $100 in my pocket. I have the stock. That guy has the stock now, but I have to give you back that stock because I only borrowed it from you. So then, over a certain period of time, let's say it's 2 days or 2 weeks, I go and I buy that stock back to give it back to you in hopes that by the time I buy that stock back, it's gone down in value.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that I sold that stock for 100, the one that I borrowed from you, but I have to give it back to you because I borrowed it from you. So in 2 weeks, I go back and the stock is worth $70. I buy it back. I give you the stock back. I've made $30.
Yeah.
You get it?
That's essentially it. But then
Yeah.
they do that with like thousands upon thousands
Yeah.
of stocks.
And then in this case, I think GameStop stock, I think their share value was like somewhere in like the low double digits. And then the Wall Street Bets site, they all started buying the stocks up, which rose the value to like $400 a share. So now these hedge funds that had like thousands and thousands and thousands of stocks that they had to buy back that they sold for $10 a pop now had to buy back all those stocks at $400 a pop. So
Yeah.
it wound up becoming like billions of dollars of losses.
Yeah.
And
they
then
lost like 50% of their capital.
and fucking Robinhood just cut it off. They said we're
Yeah.
done.
I mean, I think a lot of traders did that. Like a lot of traders basically were like, hey, there's too much volatility. We're just cutting the buying of these stocks,
Yeah.
but we'll let you sell them. And a couple of them apparently were like forcing people to trade. Like
Yeah.
they closed out people's options or whatever. I don't even know. What was
Well, they were
going on.
saying that you can only sell, you can't buy. So they were only allowing people that had the stocks. You can only. I don't even know how you would do that. How do you if you can only sell, then how do you buy a stock? I don't fucking know. This is why I don't get involved. This is
Yeah.
why I stay clear of all this shit, because at the end of the day, it really is just gambling. That's all it is.
Yeah, it is.
And people get all dressed up in their suits and Rolexes and nice shoes and go to a big building and have cool luncheons and shit like that. But at the end of the day, there is no difference between doing what they were doing with GameStop than me and my friends gambling on Monday Night Football. I mean, at its essence, really, there's
Yeah.
no difference. Which is why I prefer to just bet on football, because that I only lose like
At least
whatever.
I understand when I lose.
I get it. There's no all these convoluted shit like that.
Yeah,
But,
but it's been pretty like depressing to see like people be like, yeah, me and my wife got a loan from her father for $65K and we bought at the peak, and now we're down like $50,000.
See, that's
That shit is, it's like just sad but kind of funny in a way.
well, that's the downside of the story, because when you look at this story, like when I was saying in the beginning, the thing that pisses everyone off, I think, because again, it's kind of a gray area on whether or not what happened on Reddit was legal or not legal. But to me, that doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, pump and dump, which is essentially
I don't think it's illegal because there's no knowledge of like insider trading. Like there's no knowledge, like all of the information that they gathered and were like, you know, all right, this is why we should do this, because
Yeah.
the data they had to give to this publication for the month of January is their stock is now 140% shorted or whatever. Like,
yeah,
and then they're like, okay, so let's see. Let's wait for the lowest number possible. Not even say let's all buy in, but just be like, hey, here's this information, make your own decision. But then that leads to a lot of people buying in.
Yeah.
And then you see that jumping off to people making a lot of money. And then by that time comes around, we learn about it. The
And
real like retail investor, like
Yeah.
the real like
day traders.
not even day, like neither
Like,
of us day trade.
yeah.
Like literally we see it and we're like, oh shit, would that be a good idea to do this?
Yeah,
And we get in at the height when everyone who rode the way up, now they're getting off because they're like, we don't know how, this is like volatile.
Yeah.
We don't know when this shit's going down. So then like it still ends up being like the poor pays for the rich.
yeah, yeah.
It's kind of weird. It's just like people outside of the regular what you think Wall Street system. Like everyone on that like Reddit, they're all kind of trying to be those Wall Street guys.
yeah.
It's not like they're that much different. Even though I kind of like the narrative that they were spinning where it was like, we're doing this to fuck over Wall Street. Like this is, you know, Occupy Wall Street Part 2, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Let's take the money from the fucking hedge funds. That's a great narrative, but also like you hurt one of them and then everyone teamed up
Yeah.
to stop it.
Yeah.
And I
it-
think that's like the bigger issue that's going on.
that's
that no one's really talking
yeah,
about.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. There's to address your first point. Yeah, the reason why it's such a gray area is because, like for instance, we were talking about I mentioned Wolf of Wall Street earlier, and what he was doing was a classic pump and dump thing where he had his brokerage firm, and they were literally calling people up. They're all their clients and cold calling people and saying, hey, we got this stock. We really think you should get into it. And it was like some bullshit penny stock, a stock that was like $10 a share or something like that. And they're saying, I'm telling you, man, this company's about to blow up. You got to buy these stocks. But they're selling them stocks that are actually in nothing.
Yeah.
And so they're getting all their clients to continue purchasing these stocks, raising the value. And then the brokerage just sells them all off. And then they get stuck. They get all the profit, and the people who bought the stocks get fucked.
yeah.
So but the difference between that and this is that was like a single firm that was doing it. This was kind of like it's hard to say it was like collusion when it was really just a bunch of random people kind of getting together and saying,
Yeah.
let's just all buy this shit and pump it up. So it was kind of like, it was like the world's biggest practical joke almost. You know?
That's why I think people are calling them like meme stocks.
Yes. And then you have the other side of the coin, which you were talking about, which I think not enough people are talking about, which is, yeah, there's a good amount of people, I'm assuming, that made tons of money on this, like those Reddit guys. I think one of them made like $10 million or something like that. So now he is the 1%. So now he's got to get kicked off Reddit or something. But it's like, how many people bought into it?
He's probably going to get a fucking job offer
Yeah.
from one of those big firms.
Probably, probably, dude. But how many people bought into it as the wave was about to crash? And people like you and me who lost a ton of money, like you were saying before, the family who, you know, borrowed $65K and then lost it all or something like that. So it's like, yeah,
That
the
shit's
rich
so
got
crazy.
screwed, but also a lot of regular people got
a lot
screwed
of
too.
like poor people who were like, finally my way out,
Mm-hmm.
like dug a deeper hole.
And that's what's you know, something that at first everyone kind of, including myself, I was like, yeah, fuck those motherfuckers, dude. And then I was talking to one of my friends about it, who's like, you know, way more savvy about it than I am, and he was like, yeah, but I was actually sitting at the bar on Friday, talking to a couple older guys, like in their 70s, classic bar banter, shooting the shit.
Yeah.
And they were just saying like, yeah, but there's a lot of people that are just like you and me that lost big on this too. So it's, you know, that's, you know, you have this tendency, people have this tendency to look at things like this and forget that, okay, yeah, hedge funds, you know, you think big billionaire people, but a lot of those hedge funds were invested in regular businesses and stuff like that. So like, and regular
or
people
it's
have
like
their
people's
retirement.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, you screwed over the big hedge fund guys, but you also screwed over like all the regular working class people that had their retirements in there too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it depends on what kind of place like Melvin Capital was.
Yeah.
Like, it could have either been like, you know, celebrities fucking accounts, or it could have been, you know, mom and pop shops or whatever.
Yeah. It's just, it's,
But who knows?
it's
It's also, I think today everything was like on the rise again, because I think they put in like, if a stock is like loses more than 10% in like a certain day, they'll stop all short selling on it for like that day and the next day. So I think that happened like today. And instantly, once like the hedge funds couldn't short the stock and try to like bring the price down, it instantly started going back up.
yeah.
Which is like, oh, interesting. So there is definitely some weird manipulation going on.
Yeah, I think the thing that really gets me is that this is stuff, and people have a good point when they kind of cheer this stuff along, even though all the things we just mentioned are realities as well, because these are things that these big guys have been doing since like the dawn of time, you know, and we've never had really access to the amount of public like connection that we have now with the internet, where regular people can influence the market to that level.
Yeah.
And so now you're dealing with a situation where, holy shit, people are capable of doing this. And it's almost like, it's kind of like that too big to fail thing that they said in '08, where it was like, well, if we don't bail these big banks out, then the economy is going to fucking collapse.
Yeah.
Because there's so many different banking institutions tied up into this that they're all going to fucking go under, and that's going to destroy everything. It's going to destroy your life. It's going to destroy not just their lives. It's going to destroy everything. And so they kind of have to pull the plug on it.
Yeah.
But it's annoying because they've been allowed to, in their little like circle of people, they've been allowed to just continue doing it on a small level and make tons of millions and billions of dollars off of it. But it shows that, well, if this system can only function for a small amount of people, and if a bunch of people get involved and do the exact same thing, it collapses our entire economy.
Yeah.
Then that is exhibit A of why this is a practice that shouldn't be going on. And it only ever happens when somebody who's not them benefits, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of like a one-way street
Yeah.
where they only, and to be honest, like their whole jobs are just to basically, all right, how can we get away with like doing the most without breaking the rules?
Yeah.
And they like specifically have people to be like, all right, so you could do this to kind of like bend the rules a little bit, or you can do this, and it's totally legal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I saw another thing happen. Like it got into like my YouTube algorithm because I like watched a couple stock videos.
Everybody, I think stock videos.
Yeah.
I should have bought stocks in stock videos.
Oh, yeah.
Because those things went off the fucking charts this week.
Yeah, it's crazy. But there was apparently like a flash crash in like 2010 or 11 or something, where this guy in England, he like lived in his parents' house. He like was trying to like get into day trading and shit, and he noticed like this like pattern in a couple of the stocks where like basically bigger firms were like using programs to buy like thousands upon thousands of shares and selling them, basically what you're talking about short selling earlier. And he basically like made his own program to do that, to like fight the other people. So like when they would sell a share short, he would just buy it like instantly.
Yeah.
And he would just do that like for like 2 million transactions a day, basically. And the only way he got caught was because he was in a different time zone. And apparently the story is like his mom called up the stairs and asked him to come down for dinner. So he like closed his program and like shut his computer off at like 7 whenever over there. But this was like the middle of trading hours for the US. And once his program stopped running, instantly the stock, like the Dow Jones index, just stopped and crashed for like a second. And people are flipping the fuck out because they're like instantly like thousands of trades just stopped completely. Like people are losing interest, whatever. And then a second later it went back to normal just because like people in the US people in the US were like still trading, but his program was like causing so much activity in the market that it took it down like $400 instantly. He was making like $900,000 a day doing that shit.
It's just insane the amount of money that can be made doing it. And every time this stuff happens, it makes me think like, I could do it.
He went to jail apparently.
Oh.
They didn't like him making that much money.
Damn, dude. See, that's what's annoying. It's like, who fucking went to jail? That's all that gets me, dude. Whatever you got to do with the stock market, again, I'm not involved. I got $1,000 in IRA. I don't even know what's going on with that. Maybe that tanked. If I look at my IRA now,
You had it all in GameStop, dude. You could have been a millionaire.
yeah, Yeah, I look at my thing now. It's like $6 billion. Holy shit! Now I can get a new fucking mic I just broke. Yeah, I guess $4 billion of them, as a matter of fact. But it's I don't know, dude. It just
it just sucks whenever you see something like this happen, and instantly like everyone on the news is like, fuck these guys, like da, da, da. They try to like spin the narrative already for the people with money, like instantaneously.
But I have noticed that this is one of the things. I think this is almost a good. I think it's definitely a good thing because this is one of those things that this is a unifying topic.
Yeah.
Very few people are not on the same side of this issue. And
yeah, this was like kind of a unifying meme.
Yeah, we needed this GameStop. We needed GameStop for this because I talked to people that I've never agreed with on anything in my life that were both like, yeah, fuck them, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Of course.
So I think it was a net good for society. I just wonder, what's the next step? Do we make shorting illegal? Like there's got to be some level of regulation on what goes on because this stuff, if you take it to the extreme and this is what happens, then it shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah.
And then, and it just annoys me that there's so many people that just make their money off of doing this type of shit, adding no real value. They're just, look, if finance guys just stopped acting like their job was any more legitimate than a poker player, I would be okay. I just get annoyed when these people go and they like I said, they fucking wear the nice suits, and what they don't want you to know is all they are is professional gamblers. That's all they are. And so if they just like toned it down a little bit, just wore like a t-shirt and jeans,
Hell yeah.
they just dressed like me, then I'd be like, I like these guys.
This guy's an average Joe.
This guy's average Joe. I have respect for this guy now. But Yeah. So, but again, in the long run, unifying topic for everybody. So, a net positive for the country, a net negative for anybody who hopped on the wave. But again, take this rule and run with it. If you're somebody like me or Eric or somebody else who pays no attention to this shit and you hear about it, it's too late.
Yeah. The time it would take to set up like a trading account or like deposit money into your IRA to buy that shit,
Yeah.
it would already be over.
Yeah. I was trying to set up a gambling account for sports betting like a week before it was made legal. Like, by the time my account was verified, I'm like in jail. I'm like, it's legal now, dude. I can do this. It's the same thing, dude. Who knows?
Hell
That was
yeah.
that was the big thing of the week.
That was a big thing. Another big thing was that lady who got like kicked out of the basketball game for like yelling at LeBron. Did you see that?
I saw like
I
one
think
meme
that just
about
happened today or like last night.
it. Yeah, it was recent. I saw something about it on Barstool and I didn't look into it. What was that?
So it was like this like white woman who was like getting escorted out of like the fucking LA stadium. I don't even know what the fuck it's called. I don't watch basketball.
Lakers Stadium, maybe.
Lakers Stadium, the
knows?
Staples Center. Is
Staples
that it?
Center. That sounds right.
Staples
that sounds
Center
right.
sounds right. But she was like getting kicked out with her husband. She cussed out like LeBron or some shit from like the sidelines. And her whole argument was like, he talked shit about my husband first, and then I said fuck you, and da da da, and it all happened. And apparently, all that LeBron said was like old steroid ass. And then the picture of like her husband is just straight up like, yeah, he's roided. He's roided for sure. He's just like an old man who has like too many muscles.
Was
And it's completely unnatural.
was her husband like a rich and famous guy?
I don't
Like,
know who
why
it
were they
is.
front and center?
Probably like a business guy or whatever.
Probably a GameStop rep or something like that. He just got rich,
Yeah,
dude.
He's a cashier at the local 902.
It's like, yeah, I make $400 an hour now. So I went
Yeah.
next door in the strip mall to GNC and just got a whole bunch of fucking supplements.
Hell yeah. Yeah, they only paid me in stock, and fuck, it worked out.
In stock and HGH. And Lakers tickets.
Yeah.
And so I took all the above and I went and I said, fuck you, LeBron. But yeah,
I don't
why?
even think the husband was involved. Or like, I think it was just like she just started going at him. Because I think he saw the dude, made fun of him. She was like, fuck you. And he's like, oh, fuck you, bitch.
Well,
And
why
then
is he allowed to
she
just
was
make
thrown
fun of
out.
people? Why is LeBron allowed to make fun of random people with no consequences?
All right, let me look this up because I may be throwing him under
King
the
James,
bus,
dude. That's not very
I
kingly.
may be throwing him under the bus, dude.
Yeah, look up this story because I'm interested to know because apparently she won. From what I saw, the meme was like this woman single-handedly like took out LeBron or something like that. So apparently whatever she said was fucking awesome.
So he called her courtside Karen, which is a
Ooh.
good one.
Wow.
So Juliana Carlos was kicked out of the Lakers game in Atlanta Monday. She's an influencer, of course.
Okay. Sounds like it.
She stood up and removed her mask to yell at the athlete about last night. To say things escalated quickly at yesterday's game is an understatement. Shut up. Oh my God. I want to apologize for losing my cool and removing my mask in the heat of the moment. My husband is a huge sports fan and we're passionate people. And let's be real, sports wouldn't be sports without a little trash talking.
I agree with that.
Shut up, bish.
I agree with that.
What should have been a quick back and forth between two adults got out of hand, and my natural instinct to stand up for the man I love kicked in.
Uh-oh. She's working those angles.
Fuck. Her husband, millionaire Chris Carlos,
Okay.
exchanged words with James in the fourth quarter. What'd they say, though?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. I want to know what was exchanged. Because I think you should be allowed to talk some shit. I think that's fair. But apparently you got to do it just through the mask. Through the mask. You got to talk shit through the mask. But, if like, does LeBron get penalized for this too?
Probably
You know?
not.
Because, if I'm working somewhere and somebody says something to me and I, like, fucking go off on them, like, I would probably be reprimanded or something. Like, there's got to be a certain amount of responsibility. Of like, dude, you can't just fucking call people old steroid asses in the crowd, dude. We have a Laker policy against that.
I mean, maybe they started shit first. All the fucking articles are being, they're not even saying fuck or anything in them. It's kind of annoying.
They're bleeping it out.
I hate that shit. I wish people would just be fucking real.
Yeah, it's like that.
Because so this person's an influencer, so I'm guessing she has a fucking PR company right now pumping out all these like apology stories.
Yeah.
And then just giving them enough information not to make her look like a bitch.
I'm going to look her up right now. You said Julianne Carlos? Because I just want to look at a picture of her, and I will instantly tell you.
Carlos.
I will instantly tell you. How you spell it? With a G or a J?
J.
Juliana. She's probably like the most searched person ever right now.
Oh, yeah.
Juliana Carlos. Unless Instagram took her off. Carlos.
With a C.
Got it.
CARLOS.
4631. No, she's got 69 followers. That can't be her. Well, I can't fucking find her. Which is a shame because I wanted to do the classic thing where I just look at her and tell you she sucks. But I can't.
Oh my god, dude. Not what I wanted.
We've got a lot of jawing going on the front row, and look at that. And now the security is getting involved.
And the security is actually, the referees are actually telling the security they may want to usher somebody to the out
they
of
like
the
stopped
building.
They might be
game.
gone. I think this was happening also. Somebody was all over LeBron.
And they're still on LeBron. I think that's what it is.
A few minutes ago, and I know he was glaring into the seats.
He's just giggling. Yeah, he's definitely not taking this too seriously.
I think
Okay.
LeBron, obviously,
He's not even like heated.
that upset about it. I think that's
All right.
Yeah,
then I
that's
might have to
weird.
reverse course on my whole tantrum earlier and just say, sorry, LeBron. You're the fucking best, I guess. You're the best basketball player ever. And
Okay.
okay. And that guy was wrong for calling you out. Whatever. Boring.
Boring. Next.
Next topic. What the hell?
I
Oh,
had some other stuff written down.
yeah. What you got, dude? So I had a fucking thing that happened to me this week that I just.
I keep getting like, I guess 'cause I'm looking up like money shit. I keep getting like these ads on like Instagram and Twitter from like, it's called like the Penny Hoarder, but it's always like, learn these 100 tips on free money that you can get if you live in the state of Maryland. And it's like the most like generated like thing.
Yeah.
Just from your fucking GPS and your cookies and shit in your web browser.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm always like interested by it.
Yeah.
But I saw one today that was like just straight up like that same thing. Like, if you're in Maryland, check out where you could find some money. And it's just like a picture of like a couch with like cash in it that someone cut out of it. It's like, did I have to like cut open my furniture?
Cash
now?
couch, dude. Did you know that in the state of Maryland?
Every lounge chair has money in it. They used to stuff chairs with money. Only in Maryland.
They
though.
found out it was more efficient to stuff it with dollar bills than stuffing.
Why do you think chairs are so expensive?
Well, that's good, dude. I'd be interested to see what the hell's in my couch, dude. There's probably I would say there's at least $1 worth of coins and like Cheerios in there.
Where do you trade Cheerios for money?
Fucking penny hoarders, dude. That's what you're taking on there, dude. Cheerio stocks are going up, bro. That's the next thing. Cheerios, their stock's probably going down, but Honey Nut Cheerios, I think they're probably
Way up.
they're way up, dude. But all the other
What
variations,
about frosted Cheerios? They're not
I think
that
they're
bad.
down.
Those are
They're not
always
bad,
I
but-
liked those ones around Winter Olympics time.
Yeah. You feel like a snowboarder.
Yeah.
You're like, am I Sean
Like,
White?
wow, am I in the winter snow right now? It's so cool and refreshing.
Frosted Cheerios are good. Have you ever had banana nut Cheerios?
No.
I don't even think they make them anymore, which is annoying because do you ever slice up banana and put it in your cereal?
No. I also don't really have cereal that often.
Me neither. I haven't gone grocery shopping in like 2 weeks after I needed to. So
Yeah.
the only thing I've had left is Cheerios. And so I was like eating a bowl this morning out of a bowl that I later found out was broken because I was like
just leaking.
I like got to the bottom of it and there was no milk and I was like, where'd all the milk go? And then I looked down, it was like all over me. It's like, oh God.
How did you not feel it?
I don't fucking know, dude. I was too busy enjoying my dry Cheerios, my soggy Cheerios. Like this, it's been so long since I've had a bowl of cereal that I was like, I guess this is what it was
I
like.
guess I just soaked it all up.
These are some
How
absorbent.
old are these Cheerios? They're so dry.
Yeah, dude, so I had to get rid of that bowl. But yeah, I'm telling you, dude, it's weird because I thought that was a common thing, slicing up banana and putting in there. Now, I don't have bananas because I really think you have to be on top of your game as a human being to modulate having bananas because there's only like a 2-day window where they're edible.
Yeah.
It's like you buy them.
Why buy them like super green? Because I know for like, I'm not even going to remember I bought bananas the next day.
Exactly.
So I'm going to miss that opportunity. And then like 2 days after I buy them, it's like, okay, I can eat one of these. I might not like it, but I'll do it just to whittle these down.
Just to keep it in your mind that you do still have bananas, because if you don't eat a banana within 2 days, you're gonna forget you got bananas, and then you're gonna look at the top of your fridge and it'll be brown. You missed the whole fucking window right there. That's what happens every time to me.
Yeah, they're like, I have mine in like a wooden bowl that I also have like garlic in and shit. I just have like random shit in there.
Nice.
But I usually put my bananas in there. And
Nice
like a
garlicky
week ago, I was like, huh, why does my kitchen smell like old bananas? And I like, oh shit. I pulled the bowl down and they were just like starting to like form around, like they uncurled on over the garlic to like the point where like I had to throw out some of the garlic because it was like in the banana. It looked like the banana grew around the garlic, but I know
Oh,
it didn't.
dude, it might. Aren't banana seeds? Aren't all fruits seeds?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I think there's like seeds in the banana.
If you buried a banana, you could grow a banana tree. I am certain of that.
Maybe not in Maryland.
Maybe not certain.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't.
Well, because some of the stuff needs to be like eaten by an animal and shit out. Like that's how like a lot of trees get like passed around, is because like the seeds have like a coating on it that needs to be like eaten off before it gets planted.
And that could be like an evolutionary thing because only the good tasting stuff will get shat out. You know what I mean? Like that's like, okay, cool.
yeah.
So,
Well, and it's also like a way to like, you know, if you start off as one tree and like the shit around you that drops, it's like, okay, yeah, you're just going to keep like building out from a center mass and slowly grow and expand from there by like just random seeds falling but still staying in that certain area. But if like a squirrel eats it and then like goes a mile over that way, shits it out, now you got 2 trees doing that same shit.
yeah. You definitely can't grow a banana tree in Maryland, but is there anywhere like in the country you can? Because I feel like bananas are like one of those things you can only grow in like Argentina or something.
Yeah.
Like super.
I feel like most of them are grown, like most of our bananas don't come from the U.S.
It's got to be where places where monkeys are, right?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Because I don't know if yeah, that's what
But
I'm thinking.
also probably not Africa. I don't think bananas grow in Africa. I think
You
it's
sure
like
about that?
mainly like South America shit.
Oh.
I feel like bananas grow in like the rainforest or something.
Monkeys in Africa eat like, what do they eat? Mangoes? Are mangoes in Africa?
I think mangoes are over there.
Papuas? Papayas.
That's how you say it.
That's a fruit I don't know what.
Papuas?
Papuas? Papuas? That's a fruit I have no idea what it is. A papaya, dude.
Papaya.
If you show me one, I'd be like, I never seen such a thing, dude. I don't know. I was watching Planet Earth and watching.
Where are bananas from? I'm asking Siri.
Okay, good. What we got?
Where do bananas come from?
When a man banana and a woman banana love each other very much.
Oh. Evidence of banana cultivation in New Guinea dating as far back as 8,000 BC.
Dude, that's why I said Papua, because Papua New Guinea.
Ooh.
It was
Banana
somewhere in there, dude.
domestication found in Southeast Asia. in the jungles of Malaysia. That's what I was thinking. Jungles.
They domesticated the bananas.
Yeah.
They
Because
tamed
I think,
them.
well, so like bananas. Like if you were just to find like a wild ass banana in the wild, it would be like a short little chode.
Yeah.
Like it'd be like a thick outside.
You couldn't handle it, dude. It'd be all over
You
the
couldn't
place.
handle it. Dude,
Untamed.
scientists have been fucking giving bananas dick pills on farms to make them like huge. So banana originates from the Arabic word banan,
Okay, but
which means finger.
okay.
Also, its scientific name is Musa sapientum, which means fruit of the wise men.
Okay, yeah, because sapien, Homo sapien, is thinking.
Who's the
Sapien.
sapientum?
Actually, I think that's what Homo sapien means. It means man who thinks, and that's us. We're men who think. Homo sapiens sapiens is us, which is a very, very arrogant terminology considering we're the people who gave us the names and we're like,
Yeah.
we're the ones who think. It's like, dude, I'm pretty sure other animals think. I don't know how much they think.
Not to the extent of us, dude. They didn't think about naming themselves the one that thinks.
Yeah, they didn't think about investing in GameStop. They didn't
No.
fucking think about any of that
Those
stuff, dude.
idiots.
Not a single chimpanzee invested in GameStop.
Yeah. I mean, they say that, like, you know, if you put like 1,000 chimps in a room on typewriters, eventually they'd write like the works of Shakespeare. None of them got GameStop though.
None of them, dude. But if you put 1,000 losers in a chat room on Reddit, eventually they will
They can-
crash the economy.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's just the laws of the universe, dude. I didn't make that up. I didn't make that up.
Yeah. I also saw that Costa Rica apparently puts out a lot of bananas.
Costa Rica, known for bananas and dinosaurs. No,
One and the same.
one and the same, dude.
Yeah, everyone says like oil is like old dinosaurs being.
I think oil is because I think dirt too is I think all soil is just every living thing, plant, animal.
decomposed.
Yeah, that's all
That's
it
like
is.
what a compost is. You
Yeah.
can really put anything in there and then make dirt.
Which is wild. And I guess oil is like all the really old stuff, like dinosaurs. I imagine dinosaurs to be like oily, kind of.
Yeah.
Unless they were birds,
They're
like they say they were.
lizards. Well, I think it's like
Birds aren't
everything.
oily.
I think oil is basically just like once dirt gets like composed, like composted or
compost
something.
dirt.
I don't even know.
You gotta, you got a composter for your compost and sit on that for like 10 years, and then you got black
oil,
gold,
baby.
black gold.
Yeah, I don't really even know where anything comes from.
I know where two things come from. I know where where diamonds come from, I think.
Yeah,
Which
I think
is
it's, like,
coal.
pressurized coal, right?
Which is coal is just wood, right?
yeah.
Burnt wood.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gets like buried super far underground eventually, and the pressure of the overground pushes it down. It becomes a diamond.
Yeah.
And apparently they're not actually that rare. I don't personally understand jewels and gems to begin with. Like, I don't understand the appeal of them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean, they look cool, I guess, but also, yeah, their price is mainly driven up by just people having monopolies over it.
yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, diamonds, I know where they come from. And I know where pearls come from. Because pearls are when a clam has a bunch of sand in its mouth and just like chills with it for a long time. And then you open up a clam and there's a pearl in it.
Weird.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that one.
Pearls come from clams.
I always wondered where they came from. Well, I know they came from clams or like oysters and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if you can get oyster pearls.
Hey, look it up.
Can oysters make pearls? I don't think so, dude.
I feel like they could. If a clam can do it, I think an oyster could do it.
Well, oysters are pretty much the best clams. Let's see. Oyster.
They're all mollusks, right?
Yeah, whatever a mollusk is. Oyster pearls. Any results? How do oysters make pearls? How stuff works.
Ooh.
So apparently they do.
Got them.
Wow, dude. All right.
They have a prettier, like, sometimes oysters can have, like, kind of pearlescent insides of their shells.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I assumed that.
Do you like oysters?
Not really. They're kind of, they're just, like, kind of weird texture to me.
Yeah.
Kind of sandy sometimes. And, yeah, I don't know. I don't understand how it's, like, an aphrodisiac either.
Probably because once you eat an oyster, literally anything else tastes good.
I guess.
Probably because once you eat an oyster, you're like, I'll eat you out. Just ate a fucking oyster. Like, there's no way. I don't care if you haven't showered in days. Like, I
just ate rock slime.
rock slime. I think I swallowed a pearl. Fucking no. Yeah, I think it's definitely by comparison. And then
well, because I mean, and then when people eat oysters, it's like, okay, you like oysters? Well, you put like a spoonful of like horseradish on it.
yeah.
I don't know how you can taste anything outside of that, plus the fucking like butter and bacon drizzle and herbs or whatever.
You're
Like,
thinking
people are going crazy with oysters, and it's like,
oysters Rockefeller.
I guess, yeah, I don't know,
That's what you were talking about.
but yeah, you know, everything else is what you're in it for.
Yeah, we're talking about the Maryland fucking
Like
squeeze
what
a
my
lemon.
dad does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he puts bacon and shit on it?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
But
I
you're
thought so.
talking about just like cracking an oyster open, maybe putting like cocktail sauce in it or whatever, something, a little flavoring.
Yeah. It also could be an aphrodisiac only because
The consistency.
well, maybe that, but also because they're expensive. And so
Oh, I guess.
you take a girl out on a date, you drop big bucks on like $5 an oyster. That's like saying like, I have so much money, I'm willing to spend $60 on something neither one of us are gonna like. And then she's like, wow, you really do have money. You got waste your money on oysters money? That's big time.
There you go.
That's big time, dude. Or maybe they're so expensive because there's a chance you might find a pearl.
True. I bet there's some shit in like oyster processing. I bet they like scan everything. Cause that'd be crazy if you just got like a fucking $2 bag of clams and you found like 6 pearls in there, you know? Like that'd be too lucky.
It's the original lottery, dude.
Original lottery.
It's the let yourself play, bro. Let yourself play.
I bet they weigh everything. I bet they like x-ray the oysters, and if they ever see pearls coming through, they're like, all right, great. Let's get 6 more of these. That'll buy the next boat.
Well, first of all,
How expensive are pearls?
I don't know. I don't think they're that expensive. They're also considered like an old woman jewelry. Like a pearl is for like an older woman.
Like a pearl necklace.
Which is not really for an older woman. A pearl necklace, like what I'm thinking of, the sexual act of a pearl necklace.
No, I'm talking about the necklace, dude.
I guess that's for any age woman, really. A real pearl necklace is for older women, but
What? What do you think is the real pearl necklace? It's not a chicken or the egg. Definitely the euphemism came after the real thing.
no, I think that what happened is a guy came.
Someone busted on someone and was like, wow, that would look nice as jewelry.
Like, have you always had that on your neck? And then they were like, I don't know. I'm done trying to find. And then he took her out to eat oysters because he was like, I really got to get this girl all aphrodisiaced up so she lets me give her another pearl necklace again tonight. And then he found like an actual pearl when he was buying endless oysters to try to turn this chick on. And then he was like, hey, now you can always have a pearl necklace.
Always remember how I bust on your neck.
All the time. Well into your old golden age. Maybe that's why, because it's like you could just give, like your wife turns 50 and you're like, all right, you don't let me do that anymore, so here you go. Just take this.
Take it.
Take this. But it's also like once you make something like a old woman thing, then no woman would want to get that. You know what I mean? Like nobody wants to be given a thing that says like, hey, I couldn't help but notice you're old now.
Yeah.
I couldn't help but notice you are well within the pearl age range.
Yeah. I wonder if pearl in there along with like there's like the fucking silver and gold and whatever anniversaries, like the however long those are past marriage, like 5-10 years or whatever. Is there a pearl anniversary?
I don't think so. I think there's definitely what the silver is 25 year, right?
I don't fucking know.
Gold is 50. Definitely gold is 50. But But I think those are the only two that matter, really, right? I think there's
the
technically
75-year anniversary.
it's like
when you buy each other gold fucking teeth.
tombstone. Yeah,
Yeah, diamond encrusted tombstones.
we made it.
Iced out tombstones.
Yeah, diamonds. I think my
The priest when they're lowering your casket into the ground, he uses a diamond tester to check
Yeah.
if your tombstone is real or fake.
my only two encounters with pearls have been both from songs, and the first song was Kenny Chesney's song where it was oh, that's a good stuff. You know that one?
Mm-hmm.
It's a good song. And in one of the verses, he's like, "She wore a string of pearls I gave her when our oldest son Earl married his high school love." So I gathered from that song lyric when I was trying to figure out what a pearl is for, that it's for like a nice thing that like you and your wife kind of like accomplished together. Like, hey, we had a son who married somebody.
Yeah.
Here's a nice, like, this is for you. Like an occasion thing. It's more of an occasion thing. I don't think it's for anniversaries. But that was contradicted by the other song.
Here you go, now you're an old bitch. Officially.
Officially. Let's make it official. You're old as fuck. The other song was Jimmy's Chicken Shack, String of Pearls. She wore a string of pearls. All I got her was a something, something, something from the trash can. So either, whoa. So either Jimmy from Jimmy's Chicken Shack was dating a very old woman, or
his dick was the trash,
yeah.
and he was busting on her.
I think that might be what that song is about.
I don't think so.
I think that's what it is. String of Pearls, dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
no,
there's more
it does.
references. There's more references to like sexual related stuff when it comes to pearls than like jewelry related stuff. Like Pearl Jam. Pearl Jam's about cum, dude.
Cum jam, dude.
Exactly. Like there's only like
It's an inside joke.
yeah. Mr. Krabs' daughter,
Pearl,
Pearl?
named after semen.
named after semen, known slut.
No, it's
Known slut on that series. The biggest. Didn't she like SpongeBob?
I think she liked him at like the end of one episode,
That's enough.
like the dance episode.
oh yeah, she did.
But then it also turned out that it wasn't actually him or something.
Oh, that would be
I
classic.
don't even know how. I don't even remember.
There's a lot to unpack in this.
SpongeBob is on Amazon Prime
great.
Video.
Okay, so turns out I can do other things than spend thousands of dollars on Amazon Prime. I can watch SpongeBob and get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, man.
See if there's any hidden messages in there.
I'm sure there is. Are they still making new episodes of that?
I have no idea. No clue.
Oh, Manscaped sent me my charger finally.
Ooh, nice.
They sent it to me for free. I thought about it. I was like, because I had the charger, I just kept plugged in at all times, which I think, everyone does.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it would just be dead all the time. Because I'm not going to remember to plug it back in.
So where am I
just-
putting a charger?
Yeah, exactly.
Other than the fucking wall socket.
Yeah, it's in the wall socket. It stays in the wall socket. My wall socket happens to be like literally in my sink.
Yeah.
So like it can't be safe. But I had it in there and it rusted out like 5 months ago. And so for the past 5 months I've been like scissor trimming my balls and stuff like I told you about that.
You had to crank the motor manually.
I had a push mower. Great times, dude. Fucking old school trimmer. I wonder if they did have it like that. I don't fucking know. But I finally reached out to Manscaped. Oh shit, the heater is on? I was like, why is it still hot? Jesus.
There we go.
A nice plume of smoke. So I reached out to Manscaped and I was like, do I play this celeb card here and be like, hey, you guys sent us a bunch of free stuff. We're kind of endorsed by you guys. And I kind of just want like a charger, some more ball wipes, something like that. I was going to hit up Natalie personally, email her back after like 2 years of no sales and be like, hey, Natalie, I'm out of ball wipes. And as you can guess from this message, I haven't trimmed my balls in a while either, which is why I need the ball wipes. And so I didn't do that. I just went to customer service and I typed in anonymously, like a normie. I was like, these guys don't even know who the fuck I am, dude. Just coming at them real modest. I was like, hey, my lawnmower 2.0, I need a charger. And they were like, oh, cool, we'll send it to you for free. And I was like, they knew. They knew. They knew it was me.
Or they just have great customer service.
Yeah, that I
You
choose
never
to
know.
believe that they were sitting in the office and they were like, oh, Jimmy Selesky needs a new charger.
This came into our VIP mailbox.
Oh, sure, right away, Mr. Selesky. Let's get you that free charger. You know, we make other people pay for this. So I got it. It took like, I think I got USPS over month shipping, apparently. It took like a month to get there. I was like, where did you guys... They were like, I think you were lying when you told me it shipped. They were like, we shipped it. And I was like, no, you didn't. You didn't ship it, dude. I don't believe you. And I finally got it on Wednesday. And I trimmed everything. I trimmed my chest, my stomach, and I forgot what my body looked like.
You were that hairy?
I was like, dude, I got some serious chest hair. It's not like unkempt, but like it definitely was noticeable. It was like a beard for my body.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I trimmed. I was like, were my nipples always this far apart? Like, dude, I look like a different person.
The
I was-
uninipple.
I only have
Wait, there's
one
two
nip-
of them?
Yeah, dude, it kind of changed my whole fucking outlook, dude. Once I trimmed my chest and I was like, I'm gonna trim my balls. And I was like, I'm gonna get a haircut too. I'm just gonna get rid of
Yeah.
every fucking thing.
Start
dude.
clean.
Yeah, dude. And the guy took my sideburns up to like way too high on here, and I look like I think that's why I look like a little kid,
Yeah.
because I have like little kid sideburns. Look at that. That's a little kid. I
That's
think
not
it's supposed-
bad.
I like
It
them when they
could be a
come
little
down
bit
here.
lower, but yeah. I always have the struggle of like I never know when I should cut my sideburns until it's like too late. And I look
Yeah.
like a fucking Beatles member or some shit.
Yeah, you look like a mutton chops.
Yeah, like come on, dude.
Well, it's
Why did no one tell me I looked like this?
dude, no one tells men how to groom. Like, no one really ever tells you like how to shave. No one tells you where you're
I
supposed
got
to
taught
cut.
how to shave with like a fucking popsicle stick.
Really?
That doesn't work in real life.
It doesn't,
That
dude.
doesn't help you. It was just like a thing that like I saw my dad shaving. I was like, oh yeah, have some fun. Here, we'll put fucking shaving cream on your face. You get some popsicles. We can all shave together.
There you go.
But like, that doesn't help now.
Yeah. It's like, Dad, can you come over?
Can you tell me how to really shave this time?
There's so many like male grooming things that are people. You look up a YouTube video and they say it like it's like such common knowledge. Or like the eyebrow is supposed to line up perfectly with the center of the each side of the nose. That's where your eyebrow is supposed to end.
Oh, for real? I
was like-
definitely cut mine way too fucking deep. I just have like the full ass razor and try to keep it in the middle. Like for real. I'm not even joking. And every time I do it, I'm like, why do my eyebrows look so far apart?
Yeah, dude. Girls know how to do. Girls draw on their eyebrows like every day.
Yeah.
And men, we don't even know where they're supposed to be.
Half the time mine are missing.
I have no clue how this stuff works up here. And the sideburns are generally supposed to be right at the middle of the ear. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
I never thought about it. You know? And no one tells you. So apparently that guy didn't know that either at the barbershop. He
Took it up too high.
didn't know that.
Well, I think sometimes they take it up high just because they're like, all right, in like, you know, a standard barbershop week, it'll finally look good.
Yeah. Yeah, it does take a certain amount of time to grow into. I always time my haircuts for like a week before I do anything.
Actually need it, yeah.
Yeah, because it takes every time I get the same haircut, it's like the first one I've ever gotten the haircut. I'm
Yeah.
like, what do I do with this? It's like,
Yeah.
oh wait, I've always had this hairstyle.
And it's not even like, it's mainly just like letting yourself get used to it too, I think. I don't think normally it's ever like too crazy.
Yeah.
Although I've definitely gotten some like bad haircuts before and they'll like grow in fine in like a week or two.
Mm-hmm.
But also like guys' haircut is like not too hard to do. I mean,
Yeah.
yours is a little more like stylized and shit, but for my haircut, I could just do it myself.
Yeah,
if
you
I
do it
really
yourself,
needed to.
dude. Yeah, you do it yourself. You give your fucking eyebrows the buzz cut. You do the whole thing.
I cut them deep. And I put those little slashes in them too.
Yeah.
I put the little Drake heart. On
I did get one of the
hairline.
best parts. See that?
Yeah.
I got like this is the best part I've ever gotten. I always ask for this, dude.
Nice.
It's so cool. It's so cool. I always say, yo, can you give me the black guy part? And they do it. But this time there was a black guy in the barbershop. And I was like, can you still give me the black guy part? And then he laughed.
Can you give me the black eye part?
See what that guy's probably going to get? Can you get that to me? Yeah, dude. We had a fucking scene at the barbershop. I'm not going to say what barbershop I was at. They didn't do anything wrong. I just want to say. They did nothing wrong. But this guy comes in and he walks through the front door while everybody's getting a haircut. And the head barber goes, "Oh, you Henry? You here for an appointment?" He's like, "Yep." And then he's like, "All right, yeah, just have a seat. We'll be with you in like 10 minutes." So he's like, "Okay." And then he doesn't have a seat. He just stands in the doorway for like 5 more minutes and then finally sits down. Now, at this point, we're having classic barbershop banter. I'm not really participating because I'm not like a regular there. I'm just a guy. I'm trying to be a regular. But I don't have the discipline to get my hair cut often enough to become a regular. Yeah, it's like, oh, it's the guy. Every time I go in there, I look completely different. And it's like, I don't even recognize you, dude. You should come in here like twice as much as you do.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of listening. But they're basically having the equivalent of like a podcast conversation. They're like saying like, yo, you know, the donkey show in Tijuana, that's a real thing. You know that? The donkey show? I didn't know it was a real thing. I thought it was like a Mexican myth. I thought that was folklore.
No, I think it's real.
I can't believe that's real. I can't believe that's legal. But they were all just saying like, you know, if you're in Tijuana, like you got to go watch a donkey show, right? Like, would you watch it? Is it weird to watch it once just to say you had the experience? Like that's part of their city's like thing, right?
I don't know. It's part of their
culture.
thing.
That's on their flag, dude.
It's also like, I think that thing was such like it was like in the class of like an urban legend or whatever, just because like the idea of it is just so outside of whatever anyone is exposed to at the time. Like, but then like the internet came out and it's like a donkey show. I watched a girl shit into another girl's ass.
Yeah,
and then into a cup.
Yeah, but it's so much better live, dude.
I guess
you got to see it live.
I don't want to smell that.
Yeah, I don't want to smell that either. I definitely don't think I'd want to smell a donkey fucking a girl. But assuming the donkey has any manners whatsoever, he's not gonna be shitting and fucking her at the same time.
True.
I don't think he's that freaky, dude. I don't think donkey's that freaky.
I don't know, man.
I don't fucking know.
They poop everywhere.
I mean, they're freaky enough to fuck a horse to make a mule. Did you know that's how a mule is made? I mean, you're talking about freaky animals. Donkeys will fuck outside. Donkeys, not only will they fuck Mexican women, they will fuck a horse. They will fuck anything, dude. Donkeys are the most promiscuous animal, dude. They really are. So, I mean, clap it up for them. But, you know, they're just having classic barbershop banter and just kind of making jokes and stuff. And like 10 minutes later, this guy stands up and he's like, "What? So y'all don't have a mask policy here?" Now, mind you, all the barbers are wearing masks. All the people getting all the people waiting are wearing masks. But all the people getting haircuts aren't wearing masks, which is like standard. That's like, you got the fucking straps around here and they're trying to fucking edge you up and shit like that. And he was the head barber. I keep on wanting to say bartender. The head barber was he was like, "Well, I can show you like the governor's edict. It clearly states that like, you know, people sitting in the chair while they're getting their haircut are not required to wear a mask. The barbers are required to wear a mask. The people waiting." And this guy just flipped out and he was like, "Man, I don't give a shit about the governor's edict, man. Like, I'm a Baltimore City EMT." He's kind of like a white trashy guy. He was like the last guy I thought would make a scene about this.
Yeah.
Like he had like a white trash accent and everything. I was like,
I would have thought he would have been like, "You guys don't have a mask policy here? Okay, cool."
Yeah, exactly.
His mask off.
That's what I thought was going to happen.
I was expecting to happen.
I was like, that's what I thought he was going to do. And then he didn't. He went the complete other direction and like literally fucking went off. And I was like, it was like super awkward because this guy was like fucking yelling, be like, "Man, fuck the governor's edict, man. Everybody sitting in the chair getting a haircut should be fucking ashamed of themselves, blah, blah, blah," like going off. And I was like, dude, this guy's got some serious fucking balls to like walk.
But also, it's like, that's about to be you, dude.
Exactly. And it's like, even if it's not like, I guess if you wanted to, you could wear a mask while you're getting a haircut. If you wanted to, I'm sure you can.
Yeah,
you know, it's kind of like up to you. But and you think about it, like you go to a restaurant, the servers are wearing masks. The people sitting at the table aren't wearing masks. Like it's kind of like run of the mill standard shit.
Yeah.
But this guy just really flipped the fuck out, and like one of the other barbers chimed in and was like, "Dude, like, if you're gonna make a big scene, but like, why are you even out? Like this, we're complying with the regulations, we're doing shit right, and you're just saying you don't give a shit because you think we should be doing something else, and it's like, you know, I get you're an EMT, but like, are you Governor Hogan? Are you a fucking scientist? Like, you know, all this shit.
Don't you have the vaccine already?
Yeah, probably. I would imagine he does, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
Probably. It's like a literal first responder.
Yeah, yeah. But that was just it. Just I felt bad for the guy who owned it because he was being so polite, and he like stopped him at the door. And was like, "Look, man, you want to cancel the appointment? That's cool. You know, I'm more than happy to show you the governor's orders so you can take a look at it. And if you want to stop back in some other time, you're more than welcome." Like, well, stuff like that. Like being very kind and cordial in a situation where like it's hard to be kind and cordial, you know. But also at the same time, you kind of feel like that guy's probably scared now because that's the same type of person that would probably like report the shop, and then they get visited by the cops, and the cops have to inspect everything. It's just like it just puts you through a whole bunch of shit that it just really does amaze me. My brother was telling me about today, actually. He was on delivery, and he was in the penthouse building in Towson, like 28 Allegheny, and he's, you know, all delivery drivers have to wear a mask, so he's wearing a mask, and he's leaving a delivery on like a high level floor, and gets to the elevator and presses it, and there's another guy in the elevator with like sunglasses, a mask, a hat, like everything. And my brother tries to step on the elevator, and the guy's like, no, and pushes him out of the elevator and keeps going.
What?
And it's like,
Isn't it worse to like touch someone?
yeah, yeah, that too. But also, it's like, dude, I'm wearing a mask, you're wearing a mask. The elevator literally, he was saying like the elevator literally says 2 people to an elevator, and this guy just decided for himself that that's not good enough, and so now he's entitled to the fucking elevator. Where it's like,
Weird.
Okay, dude, listen, if you're that concerned about it, that's fine. But also,
it's like you should be the one getting off then.
exactly. That's
like your
exactly
weird thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what Dom was saying. He was like, you know, if you want to take an elevator alone because, you know, you think the building's rules aren't good enough, then you be the one to step off the elevator and say, no, I'm sorry, man, I just don't feel comfortable being in an elevator with somebody else. You take it, I'll take the next one. That's what a civilized human being does.
Yeah.
But this person is so fucking entitled to their shit. It just reminded me of the same thing of the guy in the barbershop, because it's like that guy has just decided his own set of rules that now he's entitled to go out in public and tell people who are following the actual rules that they're fucking up because they're not following his rules.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, then cut your own fucking hair. He had a buzz cut anyway. You could have stayed home and done that shit.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, it just blew my mind, dude. It really did.
Yeah, that's weird. That's why, I mean, also, I just haven't gotten my hair cut in a while, too.
Yeah.
Although I think when I did get my hair cut, I had my mask on the whole time. And I was asking my barber, and I was like, have you guys been like cutting these left and right? Like,
Yeah.
what would happen? They're like, oh yeah, like it doesn't happen that often, but if we cut someone's mask, we have backups.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we'll just give you another one.
Yeah. I mean, that's really technically the thing, I guess, is like, sure, you can wear a mask when you get a haircut, but, you know, you can also not, according to the law. So just the fact that he would go in there, and at that point, it's like, okay, well, if you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. You know,
Yeah.
I'm sure they've cut other people's faces or fucking, you know, heads without masks. But it just, did you see your brother actually made a video for the Wrecker opening tomorrow?
Oh, nice.
He made a little TikTok for it that they post on Wrecker. It's got like thousands of
Nice.
views.
Hell yeah.
And
Oh wait, I think you might have reposted that.
yeah.
Nice.
It was cool. And then Rec Room posted on their thing. And then immediately some fucking Towson U chick is like, opening a bar during a pandemic and like something like that. And I was just thinking, like, first of all, I was mad because it was your brother's video. And I was like, dude, fuck this bitch. And my brother just said something to her or whatever, which I told Dom, like, dude, don't engage. Like, she was like,
Yeah, she's looking for you to do this.
yeah, she's thinking it's like Twitter where people are going to be like, yes, girl. But it's like, okay, literally all the bars are open already that aren't already open. And the Wrecker's going to open in compliance with all the, you know, restrictions, whatever capacity they have to have, whatever mask rules they have. And the Rec Room is already abiding by all those rules. The Towson Tavern's already doing it. The bars next door, the Kent, the Green Turtle, the Point, all those places are already open. And it's like, why why would you? I don't know. We reported it for bullying and harassment. We both reported it, and it won't get taken down. But I consider that harassment. Why are you harassing a business for making for the crime of opening?
Yeah. For the crime of trying to stay open.
Yeah, like literally. But they won't remove it. They should. But yeah, my brother got in a big ass like debate with her. And I was like, Dom, look, first rule of internet debates is whoever says the least wins. You gotta be brief.
Yeah.
You can't go off on a fucking whole thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he made good points, but I was like, dude, first of all, Rec Room's probably gonna delete all this because they probably didn't want their, like, hey, guess what, we're opening thing to be taken over by a bunch of people arguing about the fucking election, which is like a bunch of shit that's like gonna. That's not where it got to, but I can only imagine that.
Yeah,
as
you can
more
see
and
where
more,
it's gonna go.
Yeah, more people are gonna funnel in and be like, blah blah blah, Trump, Biden, much blah blah, and then it just escalates into, and then the Rec Room's like, so anyway, we're
opening again, and Thursday.
yeah, and that was the second most annoying comment on that because some other chick said, "R.I.P. Torrent frowny face." And that made me even more mad.
Fuck
honestly.
Torrent, dude.
I was like, you stupid bitch.
You don't even know.
You don't even know that it was Wrecker before Torrent.
You also you probably didn't even know if Torrent was good or bad.
Yeah.
Probably were never even in there.
Yeah,
It was awful.
She probably did know because she was in a sorority. I went to her bio and I was like, so who is this bitch? So I went there and she had like sorority letters in there. I was like, of course. That's the only human being that would be sad that the Wrecker is coming back and the Torrent is leaving. What other demographic of people would be sad about that other than sorority chicks?
Sorority chicks.
Sorority chicks.
Fraternity dudes.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've been noticing a lot of that lately. But on the bright side, the Wrecker's coming back. I don't think they're gonna have live music yet, but they're definitely doing something along those lines. Just kind of having. I think I'm going there with Alex tomorrow, just to like get a couple drinks and just see what it's all about.
Nice. That'll be cool.
And now that Alex is the official like ad guy for Rec Room, that's good too.
He's the spokesperson.
Yeah.
Of Rec Room. Yeah, that's fun.
Let's see. I think I had in my notes for like 2 weeks ago, but I had like my first ever mildly successful tweet in a long time. And it wasn't a tweet, it was a retweet. And it was a retweet that
Did you like comment on?
Yeah,
it
I
at
said
least? Okay.
I just retweeted a tweet,
Yeah.
and that tweet blew up, and
I
took,
got a ton of notifications about people liking my retweet.
yeah, somebody retweeted your retweet. Like, oh, dude,
Fuck yeah.
I'm the fucking
blowing
curator,
up,
baby.
bro.
They all know where they got the source, baby.
Call me
Jimmy.
the library. Everybody's checking me out.
And it was this girl, and she had me in the first half, dude. To quote another meme, she did have me in the first half. She said, when I was in college, I worked at a food truck, a yogurt like food truck, and this girl got the thing, like the little electronic pad where you type in, like you put your credit card, and then she hit no tip and laughed embarrassedly and said, sorry, I'm broke, college girl. I'm not gonna be able to tip. And then the girl who was tweeting it ended the tweet by saying, anyway, I hope you're dead now. And so
What?
at first, now this is how she had me, was I worked in restaurants for 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
I've had situations where I served tables, and at the end of the meal, after you've been serving somebody for an hour and a half, 2 hours, getting them drinks, cleaning up their plates, taking their orders, desserts, the whole fucking nine, that after it's all said and done, they'll stiff you. And I've literally had people say, like, sorry, broke college kids, we can't afford to tip. And that's a situation where you're like, then you can't afford to go out.
Yeah.
Like, you literally forced me.
But also, I mean, I was going to say we did that. Like, we were broke and we went out to, like, dinner all the time as friends. But we did always tip.
Yes.
We always made sure to tip.
Well, everybody has money to tip.
Yeah.
Everybody. I believe that. I mean, if you have enough money to like get a couple rounds of drinks, you could have not gotten that second round of drinks and
Yeah,
use that as
exactly.
tip money. It's like, if you had money, if there was something you purchased.
Or, like, do what we did where it was, like, the 2 for $20 at fucking Chili's.
Exactly.
And it's like, oh, okay, cool. So we each pay $10 and then
Yeah, stay there
another
for hours.
couple bucks for the tip.
Yeah, stay there for hours. Try to see who can get the most refills. Like,
Yeah.
basically be the
Get
most obnoxious.
6 reloads of chips and salsa.
Yeah. But you know what? We didn't know what was going on, but we knew at least at the end we were going to tip.
Yeah.
You know, was it worth what they had to do for us? Probably not. And looking back when I was in high school,
maybe.
like if we like a Diet Coke is $2.
Yeah.
If every time you come to my table over the course of 2 hours while we're sitting there hanging out like we're in McDonald's, and you have to refill it, you have to run back to the table 10 times. A 20% tip on $2 is what, fucking 40 cents. Now I'm not saying I would tip 40 cents, but obviously there's other stuff in there. But if like let's say our check was like $11 each or something like that, and we tipped like $3 $3 probably doesn't cover the amount of work they had to do.
I feel like what we would usually do is like add 20% to our individual shit and then throw everything together.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
And I feel like that ends up being more than 20% overall.
Yeah, it does. It does because you throw in a couple change here. There's like 5 of us. Somebody puts an extra 50 cents. It adds up. It adds up. This girl was, and then she said her next tweet on the thread was LOL. Some of you guys never worked in the food service industry, and it shows. And that made me mad because I was like, wait a second, you were a cashier at a food cart.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't make the food. You didn't even really serve anything. Like,
No.
you were the equivalent of, like, when I go to McDonald's and I give the person my order and they say, okay, wait over there. And then it comes up and I hand it to them. And that's that. And it's like, have I tipped McDonald's employees in the past? Yeah, if I had change or whatever or something like
Well,
that.
you don't even tip the employees. It's like a little thing for charity.
Yeah.
Like the coin thing.
Yeah, they don't even allow the employees. Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure your employees need this more than fucking this kid on this plastic box with a slot in.
This kid's smiling. Your employees are not.
These guys are not smiling. But like, it was just, I instantly flipped because I was like, I'm not on your side anymore. I'm not on your side because you're trying to identify with something that you weren't a part of. Like,
Yeah.
tipping at like a Dunkin' Donuts or a 7-Eleven, like, you can do it. But if you don't do it, it doesn't make you a shitty person. Like,
Yeah.
I just went to Dunkin' Donuts. I got
Yeah.
my bacon, egg, and cheese.
They're
I
not
paid-
getting paid as a waiter or a waitress.
Yeah.
She's not getting paid $3.25 an hour with
Yeah.
the expectations that tips will cover it up to minimum wage or more.
Mhm. And she doesn't have to tip out either, which is probably something she's not even aware of because she hasn't worked in a real restaurant job where,
Yeah.
when I would serve a table, we had to tip out based off sales, which meant I had to tip busboys X percentage, bartenders X percentage. And so if you stiff me, not only did I not make any money on that table, I lost money because I still had to tip out other people. So unless, like, if it was a $100 check, I would wind up having to tip like $5 to all the people, like the runners, the bartenders, and the bussers. And if you gave me $0, I just lost $5 serving you because I
Yeah.
still have to tip that out. So like, that's the difference between what actual servers do and what which you're a cashier. You're a
Yeah.
cashier. And so I retweeted the tweet and I said, or she said, blah, blah, that whole tweet. And I just said, you worked at a food truck. You worked counter at a food truck. And people, that blew up. So much so that she found my Twitter and replied, yes.
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 Yeah, exactly. I'm glad
Exactly.
you understand my struggle.
Yeah. And she
Fuck
might have thought
you.
I was agreeing with her. But then I learned you never reply.
Never
you get your
reply,
jab
yeah.
in. And then if they retort back, that's it. That's
That's
that.
it.
You
After that, you're like, hey, if y'all want to follow me or support my podcast, links below. My friend just got hit by a fucking motorcycle. I need money for their GoFundMe.
Yeah, you start promoting like weird Etsy shit.
Yeah. I sell Diva cups
Yeah, yeah.
that I
yeah.
mold after my penis on Etsy.
It's just I'm very scared of getting in Twitter debates because I don't have enough followers. I will get ratioed.
Yeah.
Nobody knows who I am.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna say something, and somebody with more followers is gonna say something. I'm gonna get left in the fucking dust unless I come up with the coolest fucking thing ever.
Yeah.
Which is why sometimes I want to tweet stuff about even celebrities, but I'm like, what if I'm that one guy where the celebrity sees it and they're like, bro, you fucking blah blah blah.
Bro, I was actually a fan of your podcast until this.
Nobody
No!
listened to LFTS. And I'm like, joke's on you, motherfucker. Nobody does, bitch. You can't stop me.
It's funny because it's true.
You can't squeeze juice from a rock, dude. Old Sebastian Maniscalco saying. It's good though. I don't know if that's his saying. It's a
You
saying.
can squeeze a fucking oyster out of one though.
Yeah, you can squeeze a pearl from a clam. That's true.
That's true.
That's true. So that was my big Twitter beef of the week.
Nice.
And other than that,
What numbers are we talking?
dude, it wasn't big.
Oh.
I think I had like 20 likes. 20 likes.
That's good for Twitter though.
Yeah.
I don't fucking do anything on Twitter.
Twitter actually tweeted this week, like the actual Twitter account tweeted 5 likes is a lot, and it got like 1 million retweets because it's true. 5
Yeah.
likes on Twitter is a lot.
Yeah.
That's like 50 likes on. I would say I used to have the conversion rates down pat when I was a likeonomist, but back in the day when I was very
Yeah,
active
before the economic crash
yeah.
of 2008.
yeah, the economic crash, dude. The big short of likes. But I knew the exchange rates. It was something like 12 likes to 12 Facebook likes to 1 Twitter like. And a retweet was like, oh my God, dude, you just fucking blew up. You blew up. I remember when I first got a Twitter, my first ever retweet, I tweeted at the person and said, thanks for retweeting me. And my head was like, dude, that's not how this works. You don't thank people for retweeting your stuff.
Thank
and I was
you.
like, what? I have been tweeting for so long. And
They're so nice.
it's so nice. They
That's
didn't
my
have
first retweet.
Yeah, they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to do that. They liked what I said so much. One person that they said, I want the people that follow me to see this. And then the people that follow them proceeded to not care and not like it. So I said, sorry I let you down, bro. Sorry I let you down.
They unretweeted it and then blocked me.
Yeah, after I thanked them, they were like, this is weird. Don't thank me. Don't private message me.
I don't even follow you.
Asking if I want to get a drink sometime. Hey, want your drink sometime? Couldn't help but notice you retweeted me.
Fuck yeah.
This is the big thing that happened this week that really grinded my gears. I thought I was done with the whole, so I talked about it last week where I had my routine STD test and it came back clean. Clean as a whistle, baby.
Uh-oh, but it didn't stop there.
But it doesn't stop there.
Is it like a strep test? Is it you got like the rapid test back, but the long-term one was like, oh, no.
You didn't have rapid gonorrhea, but you had No. I didn't have anything. I didn't have anything. This is unhealth-related qualm that I'm about to tell you.
How is this part 2?
This is part 2.
This is a direct sequel to me getting an STD test.
This is like when you watch the credits of a movie and then
They're setting up the next one.
everybody's walking out of the theater, and then right as you're walking out of the theater, a fucking scene pops back on and you realize, oh my God, there's another scene. And then you watch the scene and you're like, oh damn, I'm glad I didn't walk out yet. I'm glad I sat through the credits.
Yeah.
That's what this was. So it's not a sequel. It's like it's a setup. I guess it's a setup. So not really a setup. I mean, it's over now, but it
got
sucked.
set up.
I got set up. I actually did. I got set up by patient first. And
Oh,
here's what
shit.
happened. I told you that when I walked in there and they gave me the prices, they're running through the numbers, and they said this test is going to cost anywhere between $124 to $299.
Yeah.
Wound up getting the bill 2 days later. It was $168. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm on the low side of that range. Like I
Yeah.
thought when they say that, I thought it was going to be like when we say, yeah, let's do the podcast at like 8:30 and it's like 8:35.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like, oh shit, here you go.
Yeah, we forgot tax.
Yeah. They hit me with the low end of the range. I was like 170. Okay, I'm cool with that. They said if we have to send it to an outside lab, it's going to be a little bit extra. And I said, okay, whatever, knowing full well that obviously they're going to send it to an outside lab. Whenever there's a potential for more expenses,
Yeah.
you're going to get those more expenses.
For sure.
It's just the way you're not going to walk in, like, hey, look, everything worked out perfectly, and it's just 170. I get a letter in the mail from LabCorp. LabCorp, dude. They had to send it to an outside lab, of course.
Of course.
I think I'm done with the whole thing. I think I'm like, look, I paid $170 for the one time I ever got tested. I'm clean. That means I'm good. I spent $170 for peace of mind. I've spent far more for far less. I have. I opened up the bill, $384.
What?
And that's not That's not including the 170. That's not like, oh, you already paid 170 of it.
That's different.
$384 more dollars
Why?
because that's their charge for doing the test. So then I'm thinking, what did patient first do? They just took my
Was that
information.
just for your appointment, I guess?
I guess. I mean, they gave me a cup to piss in and then sent it to another lab. I paid you $170 to hand me a Dixie cup? And then you immediately said, well, thanks. We'll mail out your piss to fucking LabCorp. And then LabCorp gets it and goes, it's going to cost $384.
Did you call them at all or no?
Of course I called them. Dude.
Okay.
But I didn't
What
know
was
what
their explanation?
So my first instinct was if I was younger, this is what I would have done. Because I had done this so many times when I was younger. I got a traffic ticket in Virginia. I said, fuck it, dude. I don't drive in Virginia. They can't suspend my license in Maryland. Fuck them. Next time I go to Virginia for whatever reason, I'll just drive really well. I'll just drive really well. And then, of course, I got hit with another fine, and they also collect interest on that. And they also Virginia is a state that notifies other states when you haven't paid. So they notified Maryland, and I got a letter from the MVA, Maryland's motor shit, saying your license is currently suspended in Virginia, and now it's suspended in Maryland until you pay your shit in Virginia. So then I call up Virginia, and they say, yeah, your $200 speed ticket has now accrued to $630.
Jesus.
That's including your missed court date fee and the interest that accumulated over the past 8 months.
Yeah.
They fucking put interest on a traffic ticket, dude. They don't fuck around.
Yeah, yeah.
So I had to pay that.
Oof.
I had to pay that. I was 21, 22 years old, and I learned that lesson. I learned that when you get stuck with something, you just gotta fucking eat it. Because I'm not gonna beat this. There's no Jimmy Selesky versus the state of Virginia Supreme Court case in my future.
Commonwealth of Virginia.
Yeah, the Commonwealth of Virginia. But on the other hand, this year I got a parking ticket for $50 because I parked when they were like doing construction on the street I always parked at. I parked at a different street and didn't know that it was 3 hour at a time parking. But it's a residential street and there's never anybody on there. So I parked there for like 5 months and nothing happened, just overnight.
Yeah.
And then one day I walked back. Actually, this is saying I had gotten a haircut that day. I walked back to my car with my fresh little kid sideburns, and I look at the windshield, and I got a $56 ticket. Some woman just decided I have
Enough
nowhere
is
else
enough.
to. Yeah, enough is enough. $56 ticket. But I took advantage of the fact that the courts are so jammed up with COVID, so I just appealed it, and I said, look, here's the whole situation. They gave me a court date for like 7 months out. Like this happened in July. My court date was actually supposed to be today. Actually, February 3rd was supposed to be today. And I just appealed it immediately, and I explained the whole thing, and then I got a letter a month ago saying, your ticket's been dropped. Your court case is good. You're good. And I was like, okay, cool.
There you go.
But that's still an example of me addressing it. Because in the past, my license has been suspended twice, both because I didn't pay off my tickets. I just thought, as a 19-year-old, well, I just want to pay it, and then we'll be good.
Yeah,
That's
I'll
not
just forget
how-
about it.
Yeah,
and
they'll forget
everyone
about
else
it.
will too.
How many people getting tickets every day? Dude? How are they going to remember me? Who's going to believe them? And so this time, my initial thought, my instinct, the 19-year-old me was on my shoulder, and he was like, dude, don't fucking pay that shit, dude. Fuck it, dude. LabCorp, you're not getting another test ever. I did a bunch of Googling, and it was like, I was like, can LabCorp do this? And they were like, if you try to get another test from LabCorp, then they aren't going to do it for you unless you have fulfilled your balance. And I was like, good, because I'm not getting another fucking test from LabCorp. And then I went on some Reddit post, Wall Street Bets, and they were like, he was like, dude, I had a $180 thing from LabCorp. I thought it was too much, so I didn't pay it. 6 months later, they put it into collections and like dropped my credit score. Now I can't get a house. And I was like, okay, I guess that
yeah.
it was the Redditor versus 19-year-old me, who coincidentally was a Redditor back in the day. 19-year-old me was a Redditor
True.
back in the day. So they
Yeah.
were like back and forth. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna go through with it. So I call him up, and I get this very nice lady on the phone. Very nice lady. And I am not a yeller, and I don't complain to people about my problems like they're the ones who did it,
Yeah.
which annoys me when other people do. It's like, this lady did not give me this bill. This lady does not run LabCorp. if she did, she wouldn't be the one answering the phones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like, but I got to explain the situation. So I explained it like we were sitting next to each other at a bar. And I was like, okay, so I gave her the whole rundown. I was like, went to Patient First. They charged me this. They said it was going to be a little bit extra. And then I got a bill from you guys for $384. And that just seemed like, to be honest, just seems a little egregious that I'm going to wind up paying $550 for an STD test. Yeah. And she was like, oh, yeah, you don't have insurance? And I was like, no, that's why I'm on the phone with you.
Yeah.
That's why I'm on the phone. And we went through the whole thing. And I was just saying, like, you know what got me the most was when you sit down and somebody says, hey, just to let you know, if we have to send it out to another lab, it's going to charge you a little extra. When somebody says a little extra, that's like when you go to Chipotle.
It's like $50
Yeah.
in medical terms. But yeah, Chipotle, $2 for guac.
This is the equivalent of if you went to Chipotle and they said, oh, by the way, guac's going to be a little extra. And you go, sure. And then the guac winds up being $45.
Yeah.
It's like, this guac was 4 times as much as my burrito, dude.
Yeah.
That's something you should let me know. But the thing is, they don't let you know.
No.
And so it's like, I said to her, I was like, man, it just seems like you guys could have literally charged me any amount and I would have to pay it. Like, if I got a bill for $1,000, I'd have to pay it. If I got a bill for $600 or $1,200, something like that, it's like, it would seem that there's a certain point that when the price goes so high up that you might want to call somebody and say, hey, Mr. Selesky, we notice you don't have insurance. Just to let you know, if we follow through with this test, it's going to be another $384.
Yeah.
At which point I can say, you know what? I'll just keep the chlamydia. I don't. You know what?
Yeah, I'd rather not know.
I'll take Eric up on his Planned Parenthood STD test and free abortion deal you were talking about last week.
Yeah,
too.
man.
I'll take you up on that. I would have looked into other options. I'd be like, hey guys, keep the piss. Keep the piss. Do whatever you want with it. But they don't do that. So
Yeah.
I just get a bill for $384, and this is how you know it's a bullshit price. Because immediately she said, okay, well, if you pay it right now, I can knock 20% off of that.
Oof.
So we can make it $300. And I was like, well, the bill doesn't say that. The bill just says pay it in full. So apparently you guys are perfectly fine with me paying it right now without calling you and
Yeah.
spending an extra $100. I didn't say this to her because
Yeah.
this is me being hostile towards the imaginary person at LabCorp.
Yeah.
But then I call up and you're like, it's like, doing a band gig and I go, they go, how much is your band? I go, 600. They're like, yeah, we can't do 600. I go, all right, 250. And it's like, dude, you were gonna do it for 250? You know, like it's all bull. It took me back to,
I mean, it's probably also just them being like, all right, are we going to get this money? Probably not. Let's just get what we can get.
Well, they offer payment plans. They were like, well, if you go on they said if you go on a payment plan, we can knock 10% off. If you go on if you pay it right now in full, we'll knock 20% off. And I was like, I could have done either one of these things and it would have been the same price. So it's like, that's how you know it's bullshit when somebody can just say, all right, whatever, knock $100 off that easily. It's like, you were fucking me in the first place.
Yeah.
You were
betting that people aren't going to do that.
Mm-hmm. It was like when I went to, and this was actually a nice thing this guy did. I went to that Absco body shop, which is no longer there, right in Towson behind Baby Ghetto. And I had shoveled the snow off my rental car like an idiot and then scratched up the entire hood and roof and everything. And I tried to fix it myself. I thought I was going to go to Walmart and get a red crayon, essentially, like a red paint pen and like sandpaper and turtle wax. And I was going to fucking fix this Enterprise car up that they would never notice.
Yeah.
And so it gets to the day I tried it and I was like showing my ex at the time and like my friends was like, hey, can you notice anything wrong? I was like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with this car? I was like, oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. It's not going to fly.
Yeah.
It's not going to fly. So I go to that body shop and I go there all the time because I always get stupid little dings and stuff like that. And I go there and I said, Vince, I need you to fix this car, but I need you to not tell Enterprise that you're doing this. Okay. So just, can you please fix it? I need it kind of within the next like couple days. And he was like, okay, man. He's an old Italian guy. Okay, we do that for you. I was like, hell yeah, dude. I'm a good customer there.
Yeah.
I was a regular at Absco. I scratched my car more than I got haircuts. That's how you know I'm a fucking regular at this body shop. So he does it.
Ooh, you haven't lived till you heard Body Shop talk.
Body shot. Oh, that's some real shit, dude.
Yeah.
Especially in Italian. And so he hands me the bill at the end of the thing. And it was $360. And he goes, "Wait, are you going through insurance?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "Okay, $300." And I was like, "Thank you for doing that, man." Because he saw that, you know, that's the price that he can charge the insurance company.
Yeah.
But also he recognized me being a young kid who was paying out of pocket and was like, "Look, all right, just give me $300. That's good enough.
Yeah.
I did this favor. I gave you the thing, whatever." And that was an example of how I take that back to the LabCorp shit. And it's a blatant example of how hyperinflated the prices are for these medical procedures. There is absolutely no justification anyone could give me that a routine STD test, the easy one, like the simple one, the piss
Yeah,
in a cup and
literally a
scan.
piss test.
Yeah, and scan for 2 diseases. I think it was 3. I think there was another one. It was like trachomatis vaginalis. I was like, I'm definitely like that. I don't even have a vagina, dude. I don't fucking
Strep throat?
Strep
My dick?
Strep dick throat. It's like, oh damn. 3 disease. There's no way you can convince me that the market price of that is $550.
Yeah, that's not real.
It's not real. And so all these prices are made up because everyone goes through insurance. And so when everybody goes through insurance, they just say, "Well, fuck it, the insurance company's paying for it," and they just jack up the price however high they
Yeah.
want. And then if you're some idiot like me who doesn't happen to have insurance, or you're just a person who can't get insurance, you wind up having to pay for this stuff out of pocket, and you realize how ridiculous it is. Most people don't even probably see their medical bills. There's no other industry where you walk into a 7-Eleven and you go, "Hey, can I get a Snickers bar?" And they say, "Yeah, it can be anywhere between $2 and $10.
Yeah.
And you walk into the register like, "All right, so the Snickers bar wound up being $9.50. And you're like, "Why? Why can't you just tell me how much it is?" What other industry does that? No other industry. Just the health industry.
Yeah.
They can get away with fucking anything, and you're stuck with I call them up, and I'm talking to this lady, and you could tell, because she's a customer service person, she gets shit from people all day. You know she doesn't want to hear it, but she's literally on the phone with me. She's like, "Oh, yeah, that sucks." Like, I'm like, you could tell she was on my side, because I was being nice. I was just being nice, and like, I literally said, I was like, "Man, I'm sorry for wasting your time. I just need somebody to vent to, honestly. I know it's not your fault." And she was like, "Oh, no, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "I appreciate you doing the 20% thing." And so I paid the $300 extra bucks. And before I hung up the phone, I said, "You know what? $500 for an STD test. I might just quit having sex altogether." And she laughed, and we both laughed, and then hung up. And it was a nice interaction. But it just, I mean, it's almost weird to say, but the fact that I was clean makes me even more mad.
Yeah,
Because
right.
I paid $500 to have somebody tell me what I already knew.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you don't have an STD.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
"Jimmy, you don't have an STD, and you know you weren't having enough sex to justify one."
it was
Come on, man.
real, dude.
It's Joe Biden. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
So yeah, that was it just stings, dude. And you just gotta forget about it.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
All you can do, just forget about it.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, like we're talking about the traffic tickets earlier. It's like, dude, you got me.
Yeah.
I'll pay up.
It's kind of, you know, I noticed when I was Googling for solutions that like there was already a class action lawsuit against them. And I already, whenever I would get a COVID test, because I'm not on insurance, Maryland pays for it. And I would always say to the guys, like, "Put it on Hogan's tab."
Yeah.
And he would like kind of laugh. I'd be like, "Ha, ha, ha, I'm a scumbag."
Yeah, dude, I've gotten a ton of free tests.
Yeah, dude. And then LabCorp got me back. LabCorp was like, "Oh, we threw in those 3 COVID tests in there." Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan and Marissa are getting married twice. Yeah. See you in a month, bitch. See you in a month. Hope you got insurance.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But you just gotta move along. Look, the only way that you can ever psychologically deal with these things, just treat it like tuition. I paid $500 in tuition to the School of Life. And I learned a very valuable lesson, which is
Get
Don't-
STD checks from Planned Parenthood because they're free.
they're free. Unbelievable.
You should have told me you were going to get an STD test. I would
That's
have told
not
you that way sooner.
Usually something I tell people.
I guess.
Next time
true.
I will. Next
Yeah,
time
next
I will.
time let me know.
Next time I undergo any procedure, I'm gonna call you next time I have sex. Like, Eric, do you think this is worth it? Talk to this girl. See what? Because I can't do it again, dude. I don't have enough money to be having all this sex.
Yeah, I don't even have money for condoms anymore. So I'm going raw.
Now I force myself to get an STD because I paid for a clean test, dude. Oh my god.
Damn. That's life, though, dude.
That's life, dude. That's life.
At least you didn't lose millions of dollars on GameStop.
That's true. That's true.
Because that's like that at the end of the day, like all this shit happening this week, whenever you see something like that, you're like, all right, at least I'm not that big of an idiot.
Yeah, exactly. I went big on chlamydia stocks, dude. Let me tell you, chlamydia stocks have fucking plummeted.
You were shorting them, dude, and
I
then the
tried to
market caught up. The market caught you with your pants down.
They did, dude.
Pumped the price up to 500.
Yeah, dude. Where was Robin Hood when I needed him? But yeah, that's the moral of that story.
That's the moral of that story.
Get insurance. Get insurance.
Yeah, get insurance. Subscribe to our podcast.
Subscribe.
Give us a fucking nice rating. Mm-hmm. Throw us a like.
Throw us a like. Throw us a comment. I've been hearing that apparently comments is a big thing on YouTube now.
Ooh.
Which means that our spam comments are now coming in handy.
Perfect.
So whatever those guys, Steve, who said we should have more views but wasn't a real human.
Thanks, Steve.
I invite all bots. I want bots. If you're a bot, bring it on
Check
over.
us out, dude.
I'm interested to see like anything you're advertising, dude. I'm interested in this 1,000 subscriber.
Ray-Ban links.
Yeah, Ray-Ban links, fucking sweaters and stuff. Bring it over.
Bring it over at LFTS podcast on everything. Mm-hmm. Spam our comments with fraud.
Fraud.
At Eric Glazer. At Jimmy Selesky.
Yes. Guys, I'll be at Valley Inn this week, Friday, February 5th from 5 to 9. For the next couple months, I'll be there first Fridays at Valley Inn, 5 to 9. So that is
Nice.
coming up quick on us. If you're listening to this now, stop listening. Go get your booze shoes on and come out to Valley Inn and bring a lot of money because that place is not cheap.
Mm-hmm. And
But it's
Jimmy
good.
expects tips.
I expect tips, and I expect oysters Rockefeller, and I expect 50% of whatever pearls you find in them. So, yeah. Other than
Catch
that,
you guys next week.
peace.
Peace.